spotted.
What's up guys, welcome back, 104th Maverick here, checking in with another video. This time we're back in the mission editor. We're going to take a look at how to set up a quick mission where we have an infantry unit on the ground designated as our JTAC with the ability to automatically search for targets and laser them on a particular laser code that we want to set so that we can come in and drop some laser guided bombs, some GBU-12s from a safe altitude on some dangerous targets. For the purpose of this mission, we're going to be using a script. The script is by the very talented Mr. Ciribob, who's very kindly posted this script on the ED forums. This is part of his CTLD script, which some of you guys might already be familiar with. It's a fantastic collection of scripts that he's put together to basically almost do everything in DCS. You can do combat search and rescue. You can do loads of things with helicopters, with moving troops around and stuff like that as well. So this JTAC script is something that he included in that. I'll put the link in the description so you guys can check it out. What we're going to do here is set this up with basically 3 steps with regards to the actual JTAC itself. So I don't want you sitting here thinking, oh, it's going to be too complicated, I'm not going to be able to do this in any of my missions. You absolutely can, it's very easy, which is why I thought I'd make a quick video here demonstrating how it all works. So the first thing you need to do is obviously download the files. I've put the files in the video description. Just download those 2 files, put them anywhere you want, put them on your desktop if you want, or put them in the missions folder or whatever you want to do. You don't have to do anything to those files, all you need to do is just download them. So we'll get our little JTAC guy set up here. So what we're going to do is have some enemies at Batumi. We'll have an IR, an infrared SAM system there that if I fly low over that I'll get shot. If I drop out bombs from high altitude, they might miss, so we want to be dropping a high altitude laser guided bomb to be safe. So we will put 2 SA-13 Strelas down here. So we've clicked on the add vehicle mark on the side there. We'll click on the airfield. We'll select Russia from the drop down menu. Unselect player can drive because we're not going to have anybody drive these units. And we'll select air defense and find our man. So we're looking for the SA-13 Strela, which we found. It's important that we select this one here, the 9 Alpha 35 Mike 3. It's a little bit more updated, a little bit more of a capable system. There is another Strela 1 down here which is not very capable at all, so you always want to take this one up here. And we'll set him to excellent and give him a little buddy there. So there we go, we've got 2 Strelas down on the ground. So what we're going to do is set up a little JTAC guy to laser these 2 Strelas, and we're going to come in from feet wet and drop a couple of bombs on these guys. So we'll put our little JTAC man a mile or so away, a couple of miles away. What sort of distance? So we'll click on the ruler tool. So yeah, we'll put him up here, around about this sort of area. He's 2 miles away, so we'll put him up here near this road somewhere. Add vehicle groups, and then we'll just select the USA. Click down there. Unselect player can drive. Now we're going to the infantry menu because we want to do this. We don't want it. We're not doing this with a vehicle. We just want to do it with a regular soldier. So we'll just click on infantry M4. And we'll check his head in there so that he's actually facing the direction of where the targets are. And that's all we're going to do with him in terms of adding in different units and stuff around him. It's just one guy that we're going to use. So we'll just place him here just next to the road. Now the important part when you're using these scripts, or any scripts really, is that you name your units properly. So we're going to go ahead and just call this guy JTAC number 1. I always like to just copy and paste whatever I've typed in the name field here. So I'll type a name and then I'll just copy it and then paste it into the unit name field here. As you can see, we've not got there's no advanced waypoint actions here or anything like that at all. It's just very, very straightforward. Make sure you've named it. Whatever, this can be anything you want. This could be JTAC 2, 3, 4, 5. It could be something apart from JTAC. It could be HAWKEYE like we have on the 104 server. The important part is that you just remember what that name was. Alright, so basically that's it. That's all I need to do at the moment. Obviously I do need an aircraft in here, so we're going to spawn a Harrier. But in terms of the mission, that's pretty much just ready to go, guys. So we're just going to get a Harrier set up here. We'll put us up at 28,000 feet. So I've added in an aircraft here. Just went to the aircraft selection tab, added in an aircraft, selected the AV8B, changed it to client so that I can use it. I'll call it client number 1. I'm going to select pinpoint strike from the task menu. You don't have to do this, you can just manually, once you go into this tab here to select the weapon loadout, you can actually select different weapons, but I have some stuff set up here, like a little loadout that we use on the server here, but what we'll do is we'll just go, or is this a default? This one here is a default loadout, which is basically just the same thing, it is just the same loadout. So it's PGM2, you'll see that if you go to pinpoint strike and select it, 2 GBU-12s on each pylon. As some of you guys will have noticed there, I'm using the RAF mod for the GR7 and the GR9, the skin here. I'll put that in the description as well. Looks absolutely fantastic. I do like the look of the AV8, but I am Scottish and I do like the RAF Harriers when we had them, so I've got that skin. So please forgive me. Anyway, right, moving on. So we've got our air start. We start in the air at 28,000 feet, doing 480 knots, flying towards the target. Now all we need to do is actually set up the script itself, which is extremely simple, guys, alright? Just 3 steps. All we need to do is set up 3 triggers. So all we do is come up here to the set rules for trigger menu. We'll set our new trigger. The first thing we have to do is load in the first file that we downloaded, that I put in the video description, is the MIST file, and then we put in the CTLD file. So we'll go for the MIST one first. So we'll just call it MIST on. And we're going to select the time more trigger, and this is very self-explanatory. Basically all this means is that from the start of the mission is 0 time more than 10 seconds from the start of the mission, something will happen basically. So we're going to set that something that's going to happen as do script file. And we're going to select the MIST file. Alright, and that's all we need to do for the MIST, and we're going to do the exact same thing again for the CTLD. So we're going to click on it and then press clone. So now we've got an exact copy of what we just did. So we're just going to edit that. So MIST on, we're going to change that to CTLD on. We're going to change up the time just about a couple more seconds. We'll do, you could do 11 seconds if you wanted, 12. I'm going to put it to 15. And we changed the script file from MIST to CTLD. So there you go, guys. Just 2 triggers there, very straightforward, okay? It's only going to happen once, so we've got one selected, MIST on, time more than 10 seconds from the start of the mission. The mission file is going to run that Lua file. The same again. Oh, I've not changed that. Alright, same again below it. 15 seconds from the start of the mission, the mission's going to load this script file, which is the CTLD one. So the first one's the MIST file, the second one's for the CTLD. Very, very simple. Alright, so that's the file, that's the script in the actual mission that's working. Now all we need to do is set our little JTAC man as a guy that's going to be lasering the targets. So again, very straightforward. All we do is just go new. We only want it to happen once. We'll call it JTAC on. And again, I'll just add another 5 seconds to the trigger. You could do whatever you wanted. You could have 5 seconds, 6 seconds and whatever, but I just do them in 5-second breaks. So time more than 20 seconds since the mission started. We're going to activate our JTAC man. This time we're going to go to do script instead of do script file. We're going to go to do script. And then you're going to copy and paste this line, which is also going to be in the video description. Now just spend a little bit of time explaining what this does now. Basically this is just a command telling the mission that it wants to pull up code from these two scripts here that we've already entered in, okay? So you don't need to worry about that. That's basically just activating the JTACAutoLase script that's contained within these two files here. The point that we need to look after and be careful with what we're working is the name. So in between these two brackets, we've got JTAC1 here, okay? So if we called our unit, our JTAC guy down here, if we called him HAWKEYE1, we wouldn't have JTAC1 in there, we would have HAWKEYE1. It's really important that the spelling is exactly the same with what the name of what the unit is. Next along here we have 1688. That's the laser code that we're going to be using when we're dropping a weapon on it. So if you wanted to have more than one infantry guy operating as a JTAC and you wanted to use different laser codes, that's where you would change it right here. You would change it from 1688, you would change it to 1689 or 1670, whatever laser code you want to do, so that you could have multiple JTACs spawned in and they're all using different laser codes. Where it says false here, that's with regards to if the JTAC's going to mark the target with smoke or not. If you have true here, it means that the JTAC is going to mark the target with smoke. I don't think that's very realistic. You wouldn't. He's not got a grenade launcher or a mortar with smoke or something. So I always have my JTAC set on false, so he doesn't give his position away. He's just lasering the target. He's not actually smoking it. All is a reference to what kind of targets he's looking for. You can have commands in here instead. For example, you could put troops or vehicles, but in this case we just have all, so that the JTAC's targeting all enemy targets that he sees. So that's basically what that means now. So we're all set up and ready to go. We've got our MIST script loaded at 10 seconds after the start of the mission. We've got our CTLD script loading 15 seconds after the start. 20 seconds after the start of the mission, our JTAC script gets activated. I don't know why it does that. It keeps deleting stuff. I messed up a little bit there. Alright, so there we go. Hopefully that's saved now. We'll come back and save the missions. Laser infantry test. Just want to double check my trigger there. Yep, that's all good. That's in there. So we're ready to go, that's it. So obviously you can add this into your mission, you could build a mission around this, you could have different scenarios and stuff like that. But basically what's going to happen here now is that I'm going to spawn in here in the air. Now I could select this aircraft to spawn up at Senaki on the ground, so you can do whatever you want with this. But for this demonstration I'll spawn in the air. So we're going to spawn in the air 20 seconds after the mission starts. This JTAC's going to activate, he's going to laser these targets, and we're going to drop a GBU-12 on them. We'll just double check that we've got our payload set up, and we do, and selected. We have the TGP pod on board, the lightning pod there, the T-pod, but we're not going to be using that. We're just going to be using the DMT within the actual aircraft itself, and locking onto the laser and dropping a weapon. So we'll load into the mission now, and I'll give you guys a quick demonstration of how this goes. Flare. Hey guys, welcome back on board. Right, okay, so here we spawned, and we see that the JTAC has started lasing already in the top right hand corner. JTAC 1, lasing new target, Strela. It tells me the code is 1688, and it gives me the coordinates of where the target actually is. Now, because it's daytime, we obviously can't see the laser. We don't have any night vision goggles. It's not dark enough to see the sparkle, so we have to know where to look for the laser. So it's important, if you're incorporating this into one of your missions for your friends, that you have a bit of a briefing to tell people to where to look for the laser. So what I'll do is I'll do a quick weapons demonstration with the Harrier here, showing you how the laser, the LST mode works. I know most of you guys will probably be familiar with this, but some of you will be struggling. I know I've had some questions about it, but it's very, very easy. So what we're going to do, we spawned in the air, we're cheating a little bit, so I'll show you the process from if you were actually taking off from the ground. So at the moment we're just kind of cruising along. We've had the message from the JTAC telling us that the laser's active. He's told us that the code's 1688, so we're just going to check our code. So we're going to come down to our right MFD, go to menu, bring up the DMT. We're going to select night mode just to disable the camera at the moment because we don't really need it. We're going to press code, and we've got this box. This is important, you need the box, okay? So we've got the box. We're going to type in 1688. Now when you take off from the ground, that number that's already going to be there is 1111. So we're going to press 1688 and enter. So when you actually do it, when you load up code, it's going to look like that. So you would just type, you don't need to press clear or anything, just 1688 and then enter. So we've got the right code set, unbox code, we've got the right code, and then we'll just unselect night again, menu, and we'll take our engine panel again here, zip over to the middle of the cockpit. So we know that the target's down there. The mission briefing said that the target was down near the runway at Batumi. So what we're going to do is, because we're going to drop an air-to-ground weapon, we're going to get into air-to-ground master mode over here. So we'll take the air-to-ground master mode, we'll go to our menu on the left MFD, we'll select our stores page and select the weapon that we want to employ, which is the GBU-12. We have 4 of them on board. We're going to come down here and check our fusing. Our mode is in auto. Confirm that on the HUD, RAUT, which stands for the CCRP auto release, which is the release mode that we want to drop on. So we're auto's confirmed, weapon's still safe at the moment. We're going to fuse the weapon, make sure that we're only going to drop 1 in the quantity, 1 selected in the multiplier, so we're only going to drop 1 weapon. No interval, because we're only going to drop 1 weapon, and move the fuse switch around to N for nose so we can get the weapon fused up. Now we've still got the master arm, is still off at the moment. We don't have a laser lock on, so we don't have master arm. But all we're going to do is turn in, engage laser search track mode, look for the laser and lock it. That's all we're going to do. So we're going to roll in here and just press 1 button, which is sensor select aft. So I'm rolling around to the left here, looking for the runway. I can see it. I'm now going to press sensor select aft to engage LST mode. So press sensor select aft twice. I get LST in the HUD up there next to, oh, you can see that on the right MFD. It also says LST. Just quickly pause. You see there on the right MFD, on the top left hand corner it says safe for master arm is still on, and LST, and we can see in the HUD as well there it says LST in the HUD, so we know we're in laser search track mode. Alright, so now the aircraft's going to look for a laser on the code 1688. As soon as it finds it, it's going to lock it. So we're going to put our nose in the area where the laser's located. Boom, aircraft's found it straight away. Because we're in auto mode, it's queuing up the bomb drop line for a CCRP release. So we're going to bring the nose up. Now you'll see this countdown timer on the right hand side of the HUD there. That's our time to release. And then on the right MFD, the aircraft is very handily giving us it's locked the DMT camera onto what the target and the laser's looking at. So very, very handy piece of kit in the Harrier. All we need to do now is just be pressing the weapon release button at the time of release and be lined up on this bomb fall line here. So 20 seconds, we're going to take the master arm on. Master arm's on. We're going to fly out straight and level. 10 seconds, we're going to press and hold the weapon release button now. So we've pressed the weapon release button, we're holding it. 3, 2, 1, pickle, weapon away. And there she goes. It's as simple as that. That's the weapon now dropping down, tracking laser code 1688. We're going to come off cold. We still got some good altitude. Because we're a professional virtual pilot, we're going to select the master arm off because we don't want to hurt anybody. We're going to press sensor select aft again to unengage LST mode. Back into TV mode and press our nose wheel steering button to unlock the previous target. Now we're looking over our right shoulder down at the airfield for the laser guided weapon coming in on its target. Shacked him. Simple as that, guys. So there you go. Oh, that's a helpful demonstration of how to use the JTAC on the infantry side in your missions. You can either add them into a mission that you have already going, or you can just set up a mission like this and just practice dropping your laser guided bombs. You can change the laser code. You can do this in an A-10, you can do this in a Mirage. Any aircraft that has the ability to lock onto a laser and drop a weapon on it, you can practice with this script here. It's also great fun in the night time when you actually see the laser, you see the big sparkle infrared beam coming out, so that's great fun, and it makes targeting the actual laser a lot easier than it is during the daytime. Again, hope this helped. I'll catch you guys in the next video, and yeah, have fun with it guys. Take care. See ya.